I don't care. I know. Good morning, everybody. So today is Saturday. We are headed to work this morning because unfortunately I have to work this weekend, but it's okay. I'll survive. Last night I started the Once Upon a Broken Heart audio for the second book, and I was doing one of those little like puzzle type things. But basically, this week's video, we're going to be spending the entire week only listening to audiobooks because I just got approved for 3 different audiobooks on Libby, and I'm very excited. So we have The Ballad of Never After, which I started last night, and we're already 25% of the way through. I know. I'm so excited about it. I love this world, this universe. It's just so cute, and it just gives me all like the good cozy YA vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the characters. The female main character is a little bit frustrating because she's kind of just like dumb. Well, she's not dumb, she's just really gullible, and so she keeps getting into these situations and I'm like, that was so avoidable, but I love it. It's so cute. And then I also got approved for The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and I've had that book on my shelf for almost a year now, maybe like 9 months. I'm like so excited to read that. And I also got approved for Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, so I'm also very excited about that because that has been on my shelf for probably even longer than that, like actually probably a year. But this morning we are headed to work and I'm a little bit early, so there's this bagel spot right by my shop, and I'm gonna go get me a bagel, maybe some bacon. Because in the last vlog, I really wanted a bagel, but I didn't have like the proper attire to leave the house. So I ended up just getting Dunkin', which was absolute trash. So today we're gonna get a local business bagel because that sounds good. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we got the goods. It smells so good. I just got a Asiago cheese bagel with cream cheese and then a side of extra crispy bacon. We're gonna head to work. I'm literally like 2 minutes from work, so this is gonna take me maybe less than 2 minutes. But yeah, so today at work I'm probably gonna listen to the audio. Now that it's summertime, our weekends have slowed down a little bit, so I should have a little bit more time to read, or I guess listen to audiobooks. And really quick, I wanted to tell you guys the reason I wanted to do this video is because I was such a big audiobook hater, okay? I was one of those people who was like, audiobooks don't count as reading and you're cheating when you're listening to audiobooks. And it's like, cheating at what game? Cheating at what game? Please get over yourself. Oh my god, I was such a hater. And this was not like a long time ago, this is like a couple months ago, okay, that I felt like this still. And I mean, I felt like this my whole life, but on top of that, just like a couple months ago, that's how I felt. And the thing is like, I don't have time always to sit with a physical book because I run a business and I work in my business every day. So it's like, what do you mean? So this video is to show people who think that audiobooks are not real books, that they're cheating, that it's okay. You can unpucker your butthole now. You can calm down because it's not that serious, baby. So that's the goal of this video, is to kind of just show you guys that it's not that serious, okay? It was never that serious. Anyways, I'm pulling into work now and I'm gonna go open and get some stuff done, and I might update you guys later, but my camera is about to die and I don't think I brought any extra batteries. So maybe I won't update you till I get home later, but I'm very excited. Okay, we are now heading home from work, but I wanted to come on here and talk about The Ballad of Never After because I finished it on audio this morning, and oh my god, I love this. This was, again, just like, I don't know how to say this enough, but if you want like a cozy, cute romantasy that gives you like childhood fairy tale vibes, this is it, okay? This is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and it is so, so, so good. I enjoyed this so much. The yearning, and then the way that this ends, it ends on a cliffhanger, and you're just like, yeah. So I think I'm going to give this a 4.5 stars. It was so cute. I just really enjoyed it. Is it like a literary work of art? No. But it's not poorly written. It's really well written. It's, it gives me all the cozy feelings that I would want from a book. So I highly recommend you guys check this out. It is so, so cute and so good. And yes. So, my phone is dead, but I think the next audiobook we're going to start is going to be The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I also got a notification this morning that I have another book available for listen on Libby. So, I currently have 4 books on hold, so I'm on a mission to finish them this week. So, I'm going to go home. We're going to start The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna on audio. I also have to, upload the podcast. I finished editing it, thank God. Okay, besties, what's today, Mama? Oh, it's Wednesday, and I'm about, I think, 25% of the way through The Great Alone on audio, but I need to grind it out, so we're going to listen to that. I'm going to start laundry so that way I can get it done, today and tomorrow, and I'm going to clean up my reading area a little bit, because always after I film the pod, it's super disorganized. So, yeah. Besties, we are 72% of the way through the audiobook. And earlier, when I was reading the part where, if you know, you know, I wanted to cry, but I'm at work, so I don't like crying for books when I'm at work because then I look like I cried at work. So I'm really holding it in. I don't know if I can listen to this while at work right now because it is getting so sad. Matthew is my favorite character. And y'all gonna do him like that. So yeah, that's my update. I know I haven't really updated you guys. It's because this audiobook is so long and I've been really disinterested in it. And occupied with filming the podcast, editing, all this other stuff. So I haven't really had a lot of time to listen. But this book is giving me trauma. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I might finish this today. I only have 4 hours left, 4.5 hours left. So I can finish that while I'm at work today. But we'll see. Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. Hi. My little boy. So today we went and got a little drinky drink. So we've got our drinky drink. Oh, hello, Mr. Bean. Hello, Mr. Bean. Hi, sweet boy. Hi. Okay, so yesterday I finished The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I finished that book. I really liked it. My thing, though, that I'm struggling with when it comes to audiobooks is that When it comes to the sad parts of these books on audio, I feel like when I read a physical book and there's like the anticipation of the thing, the lead up, the build up to this big event that happens. In this book, it's what happens to, what was the female main character's name? Lenny. In this case, it's what happens to Lenny and Matthew, all of that, and then what happens to Lenny's mother at the end, and, you know, the last couple pages at the end. All of that was really, really sad and depressing and stuff, and I was in public, so number one, I'm not going to cry in public. I was at work, so I didn't want to be, like, sobbing at work. And then on top of that, with the audiobooks, especially when you have an audiobook on like I read my audiobooks on like 1.75 because I just can't sometimes, because I'm too impatient to listen to it actually at like 1x speed. I feel like it's so slow when they read at that speed. No hate or judgment to people who read at that speed. I just prefer to read at 1.75. Like, honestly, I feel like I could read it at 2x and it would be better for me than if I was reading at 1x, but I chill and I read at 1.75 because I feel like sometimes 2x it becomes a little too mumbled and I can't understand what they're saying. So, but with an audiobook, when that buildup is happening, that like sadness is coming and you can feel it, like you know something's wrong, you know something's gonna happen. You like pause when you're reading a book and you're like, oh my god, please, no, like don't do this. And so it's kind of like that builds up when you're reading a physical book is more impactful because you have the time to like put the book down and be like, there's no way, this isn't happening, no. And then like pick it back up and be like, read another sentence and be like, no. And then you put it back down. Whereas when you're listening to an audiobook on 1.75 like I do, it's just kind of like, and then you just kind of get hit with all of it at once. And then after like the chapter ends, you just kind of like, you pause it and then you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. And then you're like, okay, I have to keep going. And then you know, and so I didn't feel like really emotional from it because I don't think I had that time to like sit on it. But when I think about it, I'm like, oh, it's so sad. Like, it's so sad. And it's a good ending. Honestly, I was worried that Kristen Hanna was going to make the ending kind of like the impossible, like the miracle cure type thing, you know? And I didn't want that. So it's not that I didn't want that. Of course I want that. Like I want there to be a miracle that happens and then everything's okay. But that's not realistic. And so I really appreciated that she didn't go for that sort of an ending where it's like, oh my god, the miracle. But also when Tom Walker is bringing Lenny, you know, to Matthew at the end, I was scared that he was going to bring her to like not Matthew, you know, like I was really scared for that. So I'm happy that that didn't happen, but I'm also really happy that she went for the most realistic ending, which was that, you know, sometimes these things happen to people and they never get better, you know, and they get a little bit better, but they're never going to be the same. And that doesn't mean that you can't still love them. And I just thought that that was really pretty. And I thought it was really beautiful, that story. So I'm going to give that book a 4 stars because I liked it, but I don't feel like it's my god tier, like 5-star books. You know, like I didn't sob as hard as I did when I read Reckless. You know, like I was sad, but I didn't sob. Like I didn't feel, with what happens with Cora at the end, I thought it was sad, but I didn't feel like how I felt when I thought that Tom Walker was not going to bring Lenny to Matthew, that it was going to be something else. So like that, like Matthew is really my favorite character, if we're being honest here. Like I like Lenny, I think she's cool. I just felt like we didn't get a lot of her depth because we were really just seeing her experiences with like other people and, you know, how she interacts with those people, but I didn't feel connected to her as much as I felt protective over Matthew, if that makes sense. And then the whole MJ thing was a little bit like, oh, of course. You know, so I don't know. I'm going to give it a 4 stars though. I did enjoy it. But today, I only have a couple of days left for some of these holds, so I got to get going on them. We're going to read Intermezzo by Sally Rooney because that is the next loan that's due the fastest. Yeah, that's pretty much my update for now. Today though, we're going to start Intermezzo, and we're also going to clean my house because from the last 2 weekends, I have not been home to clean my house, and like finally in one fell swoop finished cleaning everything, and it's honestly driving me nuts. So today we are going to clean the entire house, but yeah, love you. Okay, besties, we finished cleaning the entire house. We did all the laundry, and now I'm gonna head out to the coffee shop to go finish editing the podcast for this week. But I wanted to update you guys. We got about 30% of the way through Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I am enjoying it so far. I am a little bit scared that I'm starting to like the characters a little too much, because I feel like when authors make the characters likable, that's when they tend to delete them off the page. So I'm scared, but hey, definitely enjoying this so far. The narrator for this audiobook is a little bit hard to understand because he does have an Irish accent, which I know that this takes place in Ireland and like that's the point, but as a Hispanic girly, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm enjoying it so far, but I just wanted to update you guys so you can see my beautiful clean house. Did I just make another mess over here in my reading corner because I filmed like 5 TikToks? Yes. And should you follow me on TikTok? Absolutely. But anyways, we're gonna get going. I think I'm also gonna pick up some food on the way because I'm starving. So yeah, let's go. Oh my gosh, let me tell you guys really quick. I purchased tickets to go see Jessie Reyes for her Paid in Memories tour, and I accidentally bought tickets for St. Louis, Missouri, which is going to be this week, and I haven't sold them yet because I didn't mean to buy tickets in St. Louis, Missouri, and then I didn't get ticket insurance because I was like, I'm not gonna need it, and Ticketmaster won't take my tickets back or let me swap them for down here in St. Pete. So I had to buy new St. Pete tickets, and I don't think I'm going to be able to sell my other tickets because I've already tried posting on TikTok, Instagram, Threads. I don't use Twitter. And then nobody's reached out to me. I just keep getting other people trying to also sell their tickets, commenting on my post, which is like not a slay. And then Ticketmaster is offering me like $20 for both tickets, and I paid $120 for both of them. So I think I'm gonna have to just take the L on that one, unfortunately, but at least I'm gonna get to see her. Honestly, I was thinking about maybe just taking a flight up there anyways. For all my reader girlies, Jessie Reyes is like the musical equivalent of Nesta. Okay, she is imperfect, beautiful, you know, she's been through her own shit, she's, you know, she's going through a lot, okay? Hey guys, I just thought I would update the vlog for you guys because yesterday I did get a little bit of ways through Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I didn't finish it like I said that I was going to, but I got 44% of the way through, and I realized that I haven't really told you guys what it's about yet. Basically, it's about these 2 brothers and sort of like their lives that are happening. Like, we're following both brothers and like what they're going through. Peter's the older brother, and what they've both just experienced was that growing up, their mom wasn't really present in their lives, and then their dad was the one that took care of them. And over the last couple of years, their dad has been struggling with cancer, and he just passed away like a week before we start the story. Peter is the older brother, and he's a attorney, I believe, and so he works at a university or like at a law office or something like that, and he has a girlfriend named Noemi, and Noemi is younger than him, obviously, and their relationship is very strange because he like financially provides for her, and also they sleep together, and it's very kind of taboo almost. And then it follows Peter's younger brother Ivan, who is obviously some sort of not neurotypical, but I really enjoy the inner monologue he has. The way that he notices things and describes things is honestly validating, because he notices things that I also notice when I walk into a room, and he notices them a little bit more extremely than I do, I would say, but it's really cool to kind of see his inner monologue. He just graduated from university, and he's not really working a set job. He does kind of like odd jobs and like data analysis, and then he also plays chess professionally. And when his story starts, he's going to a chess tournament, and at this chess tournament he's being driven around by this woman named Margaret, who is much older than him. She is 36, I believe, and he's 22, and she has just recently been divorced, or well, I guess she's technically not divorced. She's just separated from her husband, and they start a relationship. They end up hooking up after the chess tournament, and they are like slowly falling in love. And Margaret's a little bit kind of tedious about whether or not they should even be in a relationship. She's like on the fence about it. She thinks that it might be wrong, but he's very much like, why? Like, we're two consenting adults, you know, there's nothing wrong with our relationship here, etc., etc. It's just kind of like following their lives. Peter also has this girlfriend that is now just his really good friend named Sylvia, who they used to date when they were younger, and then something happened to Sylvia. She was in an accident of some sort. I still am not really sure. And Peter is struggling with like major depression. And Sylvia's the only person who really makes him happy and excited. I'm not a big fan of the age gap thing. It's just one of those things where you're kind of like, is this morally questionable? Is it not? You know, just that sort of thing. I am enjoying it so far. I feel like we're going to hopefully soon kind of see their journeys kind of combine. They just had a dinner where Ivan kind of freaks out at Peter because he tells Peter about his like girlfriend, who's not really his girlfriend yet, and how old she is, and that she was married at one point, and this, that, and the other. And Peter is kind of an asshole about it, but like understandably so. But also he has no room to judge because he's dating a younger girl too. Hey besties! So, it has been a couple of days since I updated you guys with my journey with Sally Rooney's Intermezzo, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't care. I know. I keep trying to convince myself to continue on with the story, to keep listening to the audiobook, and I was for a little bit. I made it to about 54, 55-ish% of the way through, and I just don't care. As I explained earlier, this is a relationship. It talks about two brothers and their relationships with age gaps and just certain little things that just, I don't care. I don't feel like, I don't understand what the plot of the story is. I think it's going to be a story probably about brothers who end up consolidating and loving each other, and everything ends up being okay and all this, that, and the other, and I just don't care. So this is going to be a softie enough. Not forever. It's probably just going to be a softie enough for now, because I feel like I don't want to read books that I'm not enjoying, and unfortunately this story is just not a story that I connect with. I feel like Sally Rooney is going to try to convince me to think that a 36-year-old dating a 22-year-old is like okay, and I just don't think so, because if the genders were switched, it would sound really, really weird and gross. This was okay. I'm not gonna rate it, unfortunately, because I didn't finish it, and I didn't get to the point of the story where I feel like we get to the point of the story. But I also just like don't think that even if I get there I'll care. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like right now I'm just no. It's just a no. So unfortunately we're going to be soft DNFing it for now. Maybe at some point I'll pick it back up if I'm feeling like really left out. But if this stays on my shelf for like longer than a year and I don't read it or pick it back up at all, I will probably just donate it. Unfortunately, the last bit of this video ended in a flop. But we'll be back next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day. And I will see you guys next week with another new video. Bye!